Hello everyone, welcome back to my Sideboard Diaries, your ultimate guide to digital experience excellence, your go-to channel for all the things in Sideboard.net and anything related to DXP. I'm your host Jitendra Ghanekar, a Sideboard Technology MVP 2024 and 2025. And this is the third video in our front-end developer course series, section 1. In this third video, we are diving into one of the most essential tools for any developer, Git, GitHub and GitHub Desktop. Whether you are building personal projects or working in a team, version control is must, and that's exactly what Git helps you with. We will explore what Git is, how GitHub makes collaboration easier, and how GitHub Desktop gives you a user-friendly way to manage it all without touching the terminal. We will learn the major Git and GitHub Desktop commands you will use every day. If you are enjoying this series, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. Also, consider joining the channel to support more content like this and get exclusive updates. Alright, let's get started with Git, GitHub and GitHub Desktop. So in this section, let's understand the basic of source control and how three popular tools, Git, GitHub and GitHub Desktops work together to manage code efficiently and collaboratively. First, we have a Git. A Git is a distributed version control system, meaning it helps developers to track changes in code locally and independently. But Git is a distributed version control system used to track changes in code. Now moving to GitHub. GitHub is an online platform where developers store and share Git repository. An online platform for storing and sharing Git repository. And lastly, we have a GitHub Desktop. It's basically a graphical user interface GUI for that simplifies the Git operation. Graphical user interface for managing Git repositories on GitHub. Git supports powerful features like branching, merging, rollback, which help manage different development tracks and recover from mistakes. The GitHub offers a great tool for team collaboration, including pull requests, issues tracking, and code reviews. Whereas the GitHub Desktop is basically, instead of typing commands in the terminal, developers can visually manage branches, view commits, and sync changes with the GitHub. Using Git, developers run command line instructions to manage version history, sync changes, and collaborate with others. Once developers finish working locally using Git, they can push their repositories to GitHub for backup, sharing, or team collaboration. So developer can push their local Git repository to GitHub for remote storage and team work. Git Desktop, it's basically a beginner-friendly tool that makes it easier to adopt a version control without diving into the command line tools right away. Many of the developers don't use the command lines, so for them the GitHub is a better approach because it is user-friendly and without writing anything in the command, there is a usual user interface, so graphical user interface, which is make it easy to do it. So that is what GitHub Desktop. I've given you the URLs here from where you can download this. So Git, you can take it from the git-scm.com downloads, github.com is for GitHub, and desktop.github.com for GitHub Desktop. Now that you have seen what is Git, GitHub and GitHub Desktop, let's understand how they work together in a real-world project. Here is a simple step-by-step workflow that we follow using these tools. First step is to create a repository on GitHub. This is where your project will live online. A GitHub repository is like a digital folder where all your code version are stored. The next step is the clone the repo in the GitHub Desktop. So using GitHub Desktop, we clone or download that repository to our local machine so we can start working on it. The third step is add code in VS Code. So once the repo is cloned, we open it in Visual Studio Code, where we actually write our code like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, anything on which you are working. So that you add in the Visual Studio Code. That is your third step. The fourth step here is a commit and push using GitHub Desktop. So after writing a code, we save a snapshot of our work called a commit and push it to GitHub. This way our work is backed up online. Step fifth is if there is any changes you want to make, so make further changes in your code. So you can go back, update your HTMLs or CSS, fix bugs or add features, whatever you want to do. Then again at sixth step, we will commit and push again. So just like before, you commit your changes and push them using the GitHub Desktop. Keep everything updated and version controlled. So this loop continues as your desktop develop your project and write a code, commit that code and push it. So this will be a loop. The beauty of this workflow is that it keeps your code safe, let you track the changes and make collaboration super easy. We will explore this action in the next video. If you haven't joined our channel yet, please do. The video is exclusive to members only. Now let us go through the common commands or action used by developers in their day-to-day work with Git or GitHub Desktop. So let's explore the Git commands. First is to initialize a repository. Initialize a repository is basically creating a new Git repository in your project folder, allowing you to start tracking the changes. So starting the repository, you can use git int command. If you are using a GitHub Desktop, then you can go to File and New Repository. We are going to see a GitHub Desktop in next video. I'm just showing a screenshot here. The next command is a clone a repository. So what is a clone a repository? It downloads an existing repository from a remote source, that is your GitHub, to your local machine. So it will download your remote repository on your local machine for work on it. So command which you can use if you are using a git command, git clone and the repository URL. And if you are using the GitHub Dex, so in the file you have a add local repository or a clone repository. Then you have a state changes. What do we mean by state changes? It moves modified file into a staging area, preparing them for the next commit. So if you want to do a stage, then git add you can use. So in the GitHub Desktop, you can have the changed file like here, and then you can commit that or stage that basically. Commit changes saves the staged changes to the repository history, creating a new version with a message. So git commit and you can give the message. So here it's look like this, okay, where you are updating the whatever the file you are updating and then give the message. The fifth is the push changes to remote. So it uploads a local commits to a remote repository so others can see and access them. So you want to push your changes, then use this command, git push origin. Here in repository you have a push there in the GitHub Desktop. Then you have a pull latest changes. So it fetches and merges the latest update from a report repository into your local version. So push and pull opposite to each other. Push is like pushing your changes to the repository. Pull is like pulling your the remote changes to your repository. So for that, git pull origin and your branch name. So again, push pull in the desktop you have in the repository menu. Then switching the branches. If you have multiple branches and you want to switch it, then working on a different version of the project, then you can use git checkout. You basically check out that branch, which will switch the branch itself. You can still in the Git desktop, you actually have the branch drop down here. If you see here, this drop down is there. So from there you can select the branch. Okay. Then discarding changes or a revert changes, which is basically reverting your change. You can say git checkout file or git reset hard. So you can simply right click in the on the file in GitHub Desktop. You have a discard changes option there. Then the ninth is a merging branches, combining the changes from one branch into the another to integrate different lines of development. So you can use this command git checkout main or git merge. Then the resolving merge conflict, so manually fixing a code difference when git can't automatically merge changes from two branches. So you can use this command git add resolved file git commit. So in the branch you have the if you want to merge, you have merge into current branches like that. Okay. The next command is a view commit history. If you want to see the commit history, so this basically displays a list of previous commits showing who made changes and when. So basically a history of the commits. You can get that by git log command, and if you are seeing in the GitHub Desktop, there is already a screen where if you see the file change file, that history is there already. Stat changes, so temporarily stores a modification that you are not ready to commit it. So you are working on something and suddenly an urgent thing has come and you have to work on that. In that thing, the thing which you are currently working is not ready for commit. You can stash that and then start working on the urgent thing. In that case, you can use the stash command git stash. There is no direct options in the GitHub Desktop for stashing the changes, but you can basically commit later. So these are the high level the day-to-day use git command. We explore this in action in next video. So we are going to see the complete workflow and few commands. So if you have not joined our channel yet, please do so, because the video is exclusive to the member. We will stop here for today. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and share it with someone who is also starting their front-end journey. If you got any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I will read it and I will try to reply it as many as I can. Subscribe to my site for diaries for more videos in this course, and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. If you want to have access to exclusive videos, hit the join button and become a channel member today. This is Jitendra Ganekar. Let's keep learning, building and growing together in the world of development. See you in the next video.